Hello everyone, welcome back to Sepia Tears the Reprise edition. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm wrong about a lot of things, but there's one thing I know for sure. It's that RIN has very little stamina for physical activity. I put my wallet on the line back there, but she got tired after 4 games. Shame she never scored higher than 25. You sound tired.
I haven't worked this hard since phys ed in middle school.
Since middle school. Don't you have phys ed this year too?
Technically, yes, but, well, you know.
I don't know, and I'm not sure if I want to know. Looks like you need a break. This was supposed to be a treat for you, but I get the feeling I'm not doing a very good job.
It's okay. All that matters is that I'm with you, right?
Still, I have to find a way to outdo that guy who stood you up. It's my duty as a brother.
He didn't... I mean, wait. We already went through this. Ouch.
Anyway, we can't sit around here forever. I'll carry your coat if I have to.
You're already carrying my coat.
Well, this time I'll do it willingly.
Really?
Yes, really. Why don't we go look at some clothes or something?
It's not like I'll find what I want here anyway.
Wait, so you were actually planning on seeking out and purchasing an article of clothing in your own time and with your own money?
Ouch. It's not for school or for a guy or anything like that. It's
for cosplay.
You know me so well.
A pair of arms wrapped themselves around mine. You can go now.
Wow, are you stuttering? Did I make you stutter? I haven't made you stutter in years.
Since when was this again?
You did it again. Alright now, I'm never letting go.
Fine. You get bored when I stop reacting.
Duh.
I grabbed the still grinning RIN by the armpits and lift her off of me.
Seriously though. Thanks.
Come on, the evening's not over yet.
Right. So sweet.
In a good way, I assume?
I don't think it's possible for something to be sweet in a bad way.
I silently agree. It's hard to deny the delicious delicacies of ice cream and fruit. Not that I could bring myself to order something like that. So how about it? You feeling better now? She starts to reply, and then abruptly stops. A spoonful of sugary creamy sugar, hangs in the air.
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
I wasn't expecting a serious reply.
Are you disappointed that I actually listen to you from time to time?
Maybe. That means that I can't pretend to talk seriously at a whim, just to see how you'd react.
But that's not what you're doing right now.
Of course not. catch myself smiling before quickly reverting to my in-character, I'm only here because I have to be gaze.
Thanks.
Rin's eyes drift down to the strawberry sitting atop the tower of edible heaven. Don't mention it. Although, if there's anything you want to tell me, feel free to say it. She scoops up some of the melted ice cream surrounding the center and accidentally slurps it.
It's nothing big. I told you, right? A guy in my class. Not the one from this morning, but someone from my year. He saw me playing a fighting game at lunch and challenged me to a match at the arcade.
The spoon hangs limply in her fingers, grazing the vanilla mountain.
And I agreed, of course. I mean, I wasn't sure how I was supposed to go somewhere alone with the guy, but I kinda had to agree. And then
her shoes scrape the ground as she kicks her feet back and forth. It's alright.
Mark? Am I in
Don't worry about it. Forget the semantics. You want to meet him again, right? Then go do it. There's no rule saying that every emotion needs a proper name.
You took me seriously.
You called me by my name. Kinda had to.
Shoot. That was an accident.
I know. That's why I believed you. Rina. She pokes at the strawberry with the spoon, as if pondering which angle to bite it from.
No need to get that serious.
I wish you could see the look on your face right now. It's like you're already planning out your wedding ceremony.
It's not that, I just...
And please don't say something cheesy like, I just want to see him again tomorrow and talk about inconsequential things. Nah, that's nostalgic. I haven't made a face like that in a few years.
You think? Actually, Mark, I've seen that face on you pretty recently.
Huh. How recently?
Oh, not long. About a week, or maybe 2.
Myra's watery eyes on that cold hilltop pop into my mind, along with Lillian's silhouette against the sunset. I guess I've been busy too.
I don't doubt it.
She grins as she swallows a half-melted mouthful of ice cream, with cream and probably a couple more types of cream. By the way, the guy you were talking about, he isn't just some guy who talked to you, is he? You know I'm more patient than you.
Well, it's kind of someone I noticed a while ago. And I was going to talk to him, but he was always surrounded by friends. And he seems like a nice guy, but I don't really know him, and...
It's alright. I understand. I wish you luck. I tried to muster up my most convincing big brother smile. Hopefully I succeeded.
Thanks, Mark.
Right on cue, she chomps down the strawberry and concludes her battle against mankind's greatest sundae. I really should have ordered one of those. It's getting kinda late.
But there's still so much we can do.
And this is coming from the person who said there was nothing to do in here an hour ago.
That's because I wasn't in the mood to do anything fun, like tease you.
Of course, that would be your favorite pastime.
You know, if this were a game, we'd have to go shopping for clothes. And then you'd get to watch me try on swimsuits and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10.
Sound like you wouldn't mind doing that.
I guess I could if you want me to.
There's no need. We both know you'd be the school's swimsuit character.
Hey!
A fist soars above my head as I instinctively crouch down. Fine then, I suppose you could pull off a one piece in the sarong, but that's it. Oh, a sarong.
If you were in that situation, you'd be reloading the save file until you got every image, wouldn't you?
Now that you mention it.
Well, too bad.
RIN pouts and turns around, but I know she's smiling. So how about it? Wanna head back?
Yeah, I guess we should. I had fun today.
Glad to hear it.
You're the best.
RIN hugs me like a child hugging a teddy bear. I know she's joking, but I pat her head and play along. Don't forget your mission now. Can't back down after coming this far.
I know. Say, Mark, promise me something, will you?
Smirking, she walks up ahead and gazes through the foggy window, expression reflected by the contrast in light. I follow her and peer through the chilly glass.
When this is all over and exams are finished, let's go sing karaoke. Me, you, Lucas, Lillian, maybe even my friend.
Maybe even Myra. Eyes closed, sing along to a Christmas love song. New Year's Eve. Let's do it.
You promise?
I promise. In that quiet corner of a crowded mall, next to an old, discolored window overlooking a slushy parking lot, I saw the future.
What am I supposed to do? It all happened so fast. What came over me? Climbing into his window was an impulse decision to begin with, and it all snowballed from there. I kept telling myself to stop, and I couldn't. I want to see how he reacts. I want to embarrass him. I want to see if he can tell when I'm kidding and when I'm not. What's wrong with me? And everything that happened on the hill? No, I don't even want to think about it. This is wrong. It was always wrong. I just couldn't see it. This is what I get for playing with something that should never be played with. I stand up and rub my eyes. It's a cloudy day out, and Adele's walking a lonely walk back home, thinking about that night as frantically as I am. He must be, right? There's no way he didn't feel anything. I mean... Oh god, I can't start thinking like this. What have I done? This was never supposed to be a storybook romance. There's never any mayfly, any one day of bliss after a lifetime of anticipation. This was all doomed to fail from the moment it began. Slowly, deliberately, I pull out a sheet of paper and start writing.
Wait, what did you say? Closed. And by closed you mean? Closed. Lucas repeats the same word over and over through the phone. I guess that's not much to say other than closed. The maid cafe is closed. You mean closed for today or just plain closed? He sounds like he's sobbing, but it's hilarious in my head.
Welcome home, Master.
I'm back.
This is your lucky day. Tonight is our weekly Nakamini night.
I love you.
And on top of that, it is our monthly school swimsuit plus over-knee socks event. The perfect 2-course meal.
I love you even more.
In fact, we're going through all the trouble of tracking us down despite not being listed on any online map to avoid potential legal issues. We'll even offer our extra special Doki Doki Excitement Hour for your eyes only.
I'm getting an extra special Doki Doki Excitement Hour? This is the greatest day of my life.
That's right, and we even have food. It's what I would like to say, but we're closed.
What?
But we're not completely gone. You can still smell the fragrance of omelette rice dressed by maids' loving hands. If you come right after garbage day.
Lucas, still there. I'm trying to figure out why you were snickering about a minute ago, but yes, I'm still here. I guess you noticed. Look on the bright side. When you get old enough, you can open up your own maid cafe and fill this city with hope. I know your words are shallow, but... Thank you. He took it seriously? So what... was that it? The store was just closed? Pretty much. The windows were boarded up, the posters gone, but there was something there, I'm sure of it. How can you be so sure? You had the address? That too, but I could smell them. You could smell them. The maids, I mean. There used to be maids in that building, I'm sure of it. Your maid senses were tingling. You think I'm exaggerating? God knows you're not. Our laughter fades away and an awkward silence replaces it. Mark. Actually, there was another reason why I called you. What was it? It's not particularly important. Not particularly important? What does that mean? It means that to some extent it's important. Yet in many ways it's something that is in fact unimportant. Yeah, you're just trying to piss me off. I was actually trying to distract you. We've been friends since the beginning of high school. I can tell when you're hiding something. I hesitate to play the old friend card, but now is as good a time as any. In that case, would you like to hear the truth? Only if you're willing to tell me. I see. So the cards are in my hands. He pauses for a moment, and so does the creaking of his floor. Is this serious enough for him to stop walking? In that case, I'll explain. I reconstruct every conversation I had with Lucas over the past few days, searching for clues that I might not want to find. I can't tell you everything. I can only explain in bits and pieces, fragments for you to piece together on your own. Hopefully, by the time you finish, it won't be too late. Fair enough. He takes a deep breath. Do you remember that time in 9th grade when you and Lillian and I worked together on that science project? Yeah. It was a painful couple of months. We barely scraped up a 70% at the end of it all. Yeah, it was painful. But it wasn't all that bad, was it? And that time we went on a trip up north for geography to study the natural wonders of the countryside. You remember, right? That too. We spent most of the time filling out a question sheet, but it wasn't all bad. I think I see where you're going with this. Good. To sum it up, I suppose you could say that I've been feeling reminiscent lately. My bedroom is still, but a wistful wind leaks through the closed window. I have noticed I've never seen you take life so seriously. Strange, isn't it? I'm conscious of it myself. I shouldn't be feeling this way. It's not my job, not my thing. But I suppose every human at some point has to think about what they're searching for. Talk about melodramatic. Not kidding. Yeah. I know you're not. Do you remember when we first met? Let's see. It was right at the beginning of freshman year. We held a mock debate for our first English class, and the teacher pitted lazy and unmotivated me against melodramatic and overenthusiastic you. I actually had his guts during the debates, but things change. Funny how things happen. And you remember when we first met Lillian? We were just talking about it, yeah. That's right, science project. We were told to form a group of 3, and it was a few months into the year, so a lot of our classmates had already made friends. Lucas and I knew we would be working together, but the remainder of the class had settled into their own groups. All except for that one quiet girl in the corner. Yep, that's it. Surely you still remember when you introduced me to RIN. Ugh, I'd rather not remember. That was an introduction, that was just eavesdropping. and skipping class. Can you blame me? She seemed like she would make a good disciple. I had to find out for sure. The whole escapade basically amounted to him following her around for the first day of class and waiting to hear the right references. Anyway, it's those memories that I'm talking about. They're small, but they're precious. I don't want to lose them. Tick-tock goes the clock in my head. What makes you think you'll lose them? Just promise me. What? Even if things change, promise me that we won't lose memories. No matter what happens. No matter how cheesy this sounds. Alright. I promise. By the way, RIN gave me an idea today. You don't say. Karaoke. Like with Sandy's super robot intros? I don't know. Just karaoke. New Year's Eve. All four of us. Plus a special guest or two. You in? Sounds like a plan. That unambiguous confirmation, I buried my face in the pillow. Lying in bed as I gaze blankly at the invisible ceiling, I think through my conversation with Lucas and the time I spent with RIN. Something is about to happen. Something inevitable. I don't think I can avoid it, and I don't think I should avoid it. My path was set in stone the minute I let this whole adventure start. All the while that faded, sun-soaked reel of memories plays over and over in my head. With a worn-out sigh, I turn to the side and close my eyes. It's morning. My alarm didn't go off. Or at least I assume it didn't, because my dream wasn't cut short. Everyone knows the type. One of those dreams that's great while it lasts and hurts the minute you wake up. It was one of those dreams. The sky was perfectly, completely blue. Early autumn, the leaves turning orange, a walk home on my first year of high school. It was also the first day I met Lillian. You've been gazing up there for a while now. Standing at the bus stop, a then unfamiliar girl was caught in the middle of a daydream. We talked briefly about a group project earlier that day. She seemed nondescript at first, but I was wrong.
Oh, hey. Do you like the sky?
That's a strange question.
I'm hardly kidding. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to see what answer you choose.
Why's that?
You can tell a lot about a person by how they answered an unanswerable question.
Her voice is fresh in my mind. She was smart, even back then. Shy, but years ahead of me.
My dad wanted to be a pilot when he was younger. That's what he told me, anyway.
I see.
It's for an art project. The sky, I mean. I hate painting. I'm terrible at it. Sky ought to be the easiest thing to paint, right?
She stared at the clouds, puzzled. I stared at her, puzzled.
You and Lucas seem nice. You're good students, right? I can research, but I don't want to do the presentation.
It wasn't the clouds, really. She stared at something invisible in the distance.
I'm glad you came and talked to me. Maybe we can be friends.
They're pretty when you smile, I thought. You're interesting.
You too.
I couldn't see what she was looking at. Began and ended in her own head. That's a hard barrier for a stranger to cross. You said you're from a small family, right?
Yeah. Only child, and my parents work a lot.
Does it get lonely?
Kinda.
Do you ever invite friends over?
Not really. Too busy. Besides, there's lots to do by yourself.
I wanted to ask her everything, and I wanted to tell her everything. Who knows? Maybe I fell for her under that pale afternoon sky, and it wasn't until a year later that I realized it.
Look, a plane. They must feel good. People piloting that. You can go anywhere up there, no boundaries.
If I could have deciphered that comment back then maybe. But no, she's always been far, far ahead of me.
Let's be friends.
Sure thing. The morning passed by in a blur.
It's the last day of school. Do you have any plans for the evening?
We'll see each other again in a couple of weeks anyway. It's not a cause to celebrate. That was a lie, of course.
Either way, I might be at the arcade with Lucas, so don't expect me till late, okay?
We opened the front door and walked to school for the last time before the new year. No sign of Lillian yet again. Class is going to start soon. I can't just talk to her here. Maybe at her locker. Almost there. Hey.
Morning.
You were gone the other day. What happened?
Just kinda cold. I'm fine now.
Ooh, good to hear. How was it?
What?
You're cold. Let me try this again. Putting that aside, my voice trails off, and Lillian probably reads something in my expression, because her eyes turn as downcast as mine. Let's cut the chase, shall we? I have a request.
I'm sorry about last time, Mark. I can't tell you anything. I thought I wanted to confide in you, but this is all getting so complicated.
I know, but
it's not because I don't trust you. It's because it'll ruin everything if I tell you. You know what I mean.
It wasn't a question this time. I know it's selfish, but listen to me for once. You're not alone, but you're acting like you are.
That's
Not my business, I know.
That's not what I was.
That's what you were thinking. Forget about being nice. Don't worry about hurting me. Just do what you want. Okay? Just stop thinking and do what you want.
You're right. You're right, aren't you? I'll be fine. Or at least I hope I will.
Take your time. You have some choices to make and it's a big deal. I just can't stand watching you worry all the time.
Meet me after school, alright? You're not busy, are you?
I'm not, but
Then it's settled. Meet me after school and I'll tell you everything.
are you sure? She nods despite her vaguely trembling arms. And I nod while realizing, conclusively, that there's no turning back.